GameyDaddy.
Hello everyone, this is Emmond with GameyDaddy and I'm here with another video from Tom Clancy's The Division. So guys, I have a really mediocre gold build video and I think this is going to translate into 1.6. The reason I say that is because all of these gold items which we have now, or they're going to be exotics in the next patch, have not received any major changes that I know of. Now, armor is definitely going to change, so you're going to build accordingly. You're going to roll health wherever you need to, or your armor rolls are going to change to health, and all resist is, I don't know how good it is. I was watching Marco Styles' video on his Inslot guide, and I don't think it's actually a good, from the math that he presented, I don't think it's worth rolling on your gear. Well, we can talk about that later on another forum. Let me just quickly show you guys this build. And the only challenging mission that I haven't beaten solo by myself, I just beat it with this build. Now, does that mean this build is like such a great build? No, I've just been trying so hard. It's that Hudson refugee camp. I hate that mission so much because of all those guys running with axes. You know, maybe I'm just a noob, but I don't know what I don't know what their purpose is in a cover-based shooter, but they do provide a very unpredictable challenge, and I was happy to beat it today. I'm going to put a gameplay video where I'm going to talk about one item specifically that helped me a lot. So here's my build video. I have a Barrett's chest piece, and guys, I only have 2 of these exotics or named gear right now. I was very lucky. Somebody gave me this Barrett's chest piece. I just still cannot remember the gamer tag of this person. But whoever you are, if you ever see this video and you remember running with me, you know, the guy with the female character or whatever, I don't know, just, you know, thank you so much, bro. And I have a Skulls MC glove, high value target mission, very low armor roll, but still so precious in that sense. Anyways, those are the name pieces. I'm running with a Tenacious Mask, which gives me 10% increases my damage by 10% for 10 seconds when I use a med kit. Also, what else am I using? I'm using the Accomplished, just to get the triple rewards from the accolades. It's got enemy armor damage. This patch has a lot of, we used to stack enemy armor damage. We stack enemy armor damage right now in 1.6. It's not supposed to, well, according to the video that Marco put together, it's not supposed to be powerful, but I think it'll still be valuable. So if I can roll it, if I get it on my gear and I can still have the option to roll other nice, stats, I would take it, or I would roll it. So I'm not going to write it off because it complements your assault rifle enemy armor damage that's native on there. So I'm not going to write it off like Marco Style did, but he has his reasons. He did the math, and I think it's valuable for PvE. The developer said it was valuable for PvP in their last state of the game. They said it because we still have armor, so it's still going to be viable. So I'm not writing it off, here. I actually am going to try as much as possible to, get gear that has all the good stuff and then enemy armor damage to complement. My backpack, I'm using the specialized backpack because I wanted to be able to run high skill power. Honestly, if I had even remembered, I did not want to run this backpack. I wanted to run, there's a backpack called Relentless. This is what I actually wanted to run, and I'll tell you why. It says 5% of the damage dealt by skills is returned as healing. Now, the reason I wanted to run this backpack, and it just skipped my mind when I started the mission. Now, if you look, the backpack is so terrible. It's armor roll. I mean, yeah, you could get better for a backpack, but I don't know. I picked this up somewhere. It had a nice stamina roll. Plus, if they're going to take away armor anyways, I'm going to just keep it. Skull gloves, the one that I told you guys I have, it's got SMG damage, crit chance, and pistol damage. Not the greatest skull gloves in the world, but a pair of skull gloves anyways, giving me 16% damage when no gear set bonuses are active. And this is the highlight of my build, guys. This holster, it is not Colonel Bliss's holster. It is nimble. I got this idea from watching this dude, NoYoC, that plays Incursions solo. I mean, I know, right? Who does that? But this dude actually does. And he used this nimble to be able to get all his healing as much as he could. He played Clear Sky with it. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. He just went cover to cover to cover to cover every time. And it's ridiculous. You just go like even a short distance can heal you for a significant amount. So 2% of your max health. That's crazy. 2% of your max health for every meter, you run in cover to cover. I mean, talk about adding that to your health regeneration. that's a very good and a very powerful holster to be able, to be able to put in your arsenal. Now, if you're running Alpha Bridge that gives you health regen or Nomad, this is going to be very valuable if you find yourself in a situation, especially the next patch, where your skill cooldowns are going to be significantly high. So you use Strike Back in a situation like that, and then you use Nimble. Now, I thought it was going to be weird. I thought it was going to be awkward, but I really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. And, I was happy, and I was able to beat that challenging mission and all that good stuff. My weapons, I use my Pecan for right now, which is going to be changing. It's, swift, destructive, brutal. I was able to land some serious headshots with this, and that was nice. This G36 is currently on sale right now at the vendor. It's got focus, it's got unforgiving, and it's got brutal. I could not get the remaining, 59 firearms to unlock it with this build. I just threw it together. I don't have any room for anything. I mean, literally, my backpack is full, my stash is full. I'm trying to save caches. I don't know if you get anything from field proficiency caches, and so I'm trying to save them as well. I don't want to open anything just yet, and so everything, even my extraction stash is full. I don't have anywhere to put anything, and my second character is just really on a very low level to carry much for me. So, I could have been able to do a better job because I have a lot of items, but this is what I could throw together. So guys, this build, you can watch this build in action if you click the, the little teaser link on the top of this video, and you can see what this build is all about. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like Nimble is going to find a place in PvE in this next coming patch, especially with the skill cooldowns getting, slowed down and everything. My skills, I didn't even use first aid. I didn't even bother. I mean, I just went with my turret. I used the active sensor one, and then at a point I switched to the dragon breath to be able to just slow them down, because if you use this, it doesn't do much damage on a lot of the enemies. But one of the reasons I used this was because I wanted to use that relentless backpack so I could be getting the healing while this is damaging the enemy. And I used the seeker mine because I wanted to be able to stagger those runners all the time. They just keep running at you. You don't see them. They can weave. They can, it's so strange. So those are the things I used. For my talents, I used adrenaline because I wanted to get the overheal on the medkit. So it says use a medkit when not at full health to receive an overheal. And then I use critical save, use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. Because I was using the Tenacious Mask. So with the Tenacious Mask, critical save, you get damage resilience, and then you get a damage buff, 10% damage buff as well. That's pretty good. And then I used evasive action. It says during a cover to cover move, damage is reduced by 30%, because I was going to be using cover to cover to get Nimble, and so I wanted to reduce my incoming damage by using evasive action. And then I used precision, which will just pulse my enemies if I land a headshot. So that's my build. That's my very humble build. It's just a gold build that's based off of 2 named items and 1 very sweet holster. That's pretty much, how many of these things I've crushed in the past? Like 400, I'm sure, in my whole time playing this game, because this never really came to light until I saw somebody use it, and I tried it, and it's really fun to use. It just gives you a different gameplay style. It's not ridiculous, it's not cheesy. When you actually get your hands on it, you will enjoy it. So that's my little spew. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I don't even know where that came from. I mean, that is so amazing. I'm surprised. It's really overwhelming, and I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, click that subscribe button. This is a platform for you as much as it is for me. You guys give build ideas. You guys give all kinds of ideas. You guys put your thoughts and your concerns on the forum as well, and people can answer them. So make sure you subscribe. Watch out for videos like this. Thanks to you guys once again for listening and for watching. I appreciate your time. Peace.
GameyDaddy.